I've snuffled through the horde and found top 5 dragons to play that are absolutely torching tables this year. So let's light the fuse. Alright, number 5, Brazier of the Claw. 1 black and red, 3/3 menace. Tap it, add 2 mana of any combination of colors. Spend this to only cast dragon spells. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a dragon creature spell from your grave. It gains whenever this creature dies, exile it. It's pretty good. It gets you 2 treasures, basically, that you can just go ahead and use. It's 2 mana. And it has a lot of recursion with the whole dragons in the grave. You can only do it once, but still. So removal's pretty much a good hit. Yeah, other than the fact that it exiles, yeah. This is a pretty good one. The only downside is you're limited to 2 colors, but you can ramp fast to get those colors. And there's a lot of powerful dragons that work with this. Terror of the Peaks is one with the Dragon Queen. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. 4 spot goes to the Queen of Face Smashing, Trika, World Renderer. It's a 5 and 2, a green and red, 6/4 flying trample. Whenever your creature you control attacks, it gains double strike until end of turn. So she hits the field like every dragon in the jackpot wins the jackpot. So, and it's every dragon double strike. So that's pretty good. The fact that she has trample, you can go Voltron out with this. So that 6 becomes 12. That's 12 commander damage. Next thing you know, 21 commander damage. It's pretty quick. Yeah, gives dragons double strike, which is hard to deal with. I enjoy this one, actually. I put this in my deck, and I put this in any dragon deck I'd recommend, because this is a pretty good one. Your life total, that player's life total is going to come in half pretty quick. Alright, the top 3 entry, Tiamat, the 5-color dragon bending machine. So, it is rework and 2. It's all 5 colors. And it's a 7/7 flying. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, search your library for up to 5 dragons with different names. Reveal them, put in your hand, then shuffle. So, yeah. Yeah, you just play Tiamat, go get those 5 dragons, and that's your win con. I mean, that's going to get you the right win con, and then, you can keep going. I mean, there's a lot. Terror of the Peaks turns the rare dragon into a laser guided missile. Need a finisher. Score of Valis is your kill shot. Keep going. And like Last Dragon Queen or any of the other ones that we're going to probably name off. But yeah, Tiamat's good. Highly recommended if you're going to do Warlord Commander with the 5 colors. Search for whatever dragon and you're probably going to end the game there. Now I will only say, downside I've ever had with playing Tiamat is the problem was the hand, not having enough mana at the source. But again, you find the mana source, get mana rocks, mana ramp, you should be able to cast one of those dragons and start really getting going. I want to take a quick pause. So if you're already going through deck list, and would you mind smashing that like button? That way more dragon enthusiasts players can see the skyline, see which commander would do what. And which of these scare monsters are you sleeving up? To tell me below in the comments, because I would really like to know which of these commanders are you going to willing to use to dominate your opponent's board. Alright, moving on. Runner up, Mara the Sentinel Worm. It's 3 green, blue, red. 6/6 flying, ward 2. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, make a copy of that token, that creature, except it is if it isn't legendary, or it's non-legendary, if that dragon was legendary. This is busted for so many reasons. So, you get a gold spin, which means now your treasures crossed. Treasures are going to bring 4 mana to the table, because gold spin makes 2. You get a copy gold spin, that's 4 treasures. That's now your treasures have 4 mana. It's crazy. You could not do this with Tiamat, I would say. But there are other ones that you can do. Terror of the Peaks. You get 2 copies of Terror of the Peaks. You're just out the window. Nope. Yeah. Like, you cast 2 dragons, you get 4 bodies. This is broken. And then the non-legendary rule, especially. It's tough. Because there's a lot of dragons that are legendary, and that was the issue. But they solved that now. So, and even if you remove this thing, it comes back pretty quick. I mean, and then it just starts right off the bat. So, yeah, I'd recommend this one. If you're gonna play 3 colors, that would be the one to definitely do if you're gonna do a 3-color dragon deck. So yeah, and it just your opponents can't keep up. So I've seen people do board wipes, and this thing has came back multiple times, and it's like I just wasted so much mana playing a board wipe just to find out it ain't gonna happen. It's crazy, I know, and it's like unbelievable. Like I have found combos that you can do with certain sediment things that are just broken because people see it and they're gonna grow. They're gonna grow if it's in your command zone. They're gonna see if it's in your hand or something, and you play it. They're gonna. It's a removal, but there's a lot of removal. So I'm gonna go through some honorable mentions that we didn't put on the list. Just didn't make it. One would be Romos the Dragon Engine. That's a pretty good one. It's 6 mana, 4/4, flying. Whenever you cast a spell, you get a +1 counter onto Romos equal to that color of that spell. Like, so if you pay white, red, blue, whatever, you get that many counters. 1 for each color. So can't do double red, can't do double white, no. That one color. But this is where it gets broken. Because if you do 5 colors, like Tiamat for instance, you can remove 5 counters from him and get double WURBRG, which means you get 2 reds, 2 whites, 2 blues, 2 blacks, and 2 greens. It's pretty broken because that's 10 mana, and that 10 mana can go into something else and get him back. You can only do it once per turn, but it's pretty dumb, in my opinion. Because that's how you cast a Progenitus out of nowhere. But no, he's pretty good. I like him because he's just Rams. You play a 5-drop. You play one commander. You play your commander. So, if, for instance, Tiamat. You play Tiamat while he's out. You're getting that 10 mana, which is going to come in handy because you're going to cast those dragons that you just got from Tiamat. This is where it gets broken. A whole lot of shenanigans are going to play. Like even Muriel the Sentinel Worm. That's 3 +1 counters right there. He can just build up pretty quick. Another one is Morophon. If y'all know it, because he's a changeling, so he's any creature type. He's a 6/6. I think he's a 7, 6 or 7. My bad. And he costs 7 mana, but as he enters the battlefield, you choose a creature type, and then that creature type, those spells cost WURBRG less. So they will reduce the color cost, not the actual color list, but it will reduce the color cost. So pretty good. Yeah. So definitely those two. Again, there's just some synergy combos that you can do with them, and they're broken. Like, people say Terrestrial Dragons is the best mana, but I've seen where slow mana tech, yes, you need a lot of fast mana, but you don't need to make it just around that. You can make random crazy things. That's what makes it so much fun. At number 1, because who else would it be but the Dragon, is 4 in WURBRG, so it's going to be all 5 colors. So right there, you play whatever spell you want. It is a 10/10. Now this is where it gets Dragon Avatar. Now this is where it gets a little crazy. Because Magic did this when it came out, and they realized their mistake. But I still love the Dragon. It has a Eminence effect. And as Eminence states, as long as your commander is on the battlefield or command zone, it will trigger. So for Ur Dragon, as long as Ur Dragon is in the command zone or battlefield, Ur Dragon spells cost 1 less to cast. And then whenever one or more dragons you control attack, draw that many cards, and you put 1 permanent onto the field. This breaks decks. This breaks games. This breaks everything because, one, your dragon spells are going to cost 1 less now for whatever. Your commander could stay in the command zone for the entire game. And you'd be like, alright, I don't really need him. He's just sitting there that reduced my mana cost. Going back to some of the other cards that you can put in, Miriam, our runner-up one, you put that with Ur Dragon, it gets busted pretty quick. And one of the combos I've seen is you put that with the Miriam, and you put the Hellkite Courser, and it brings your commander onto the battlefield. Well, that Miriam will see that, and it's going to make a copy of your commander. So it's going to make a copy of Ur Dragon, which is nuts because now your dragons cost 2 less, and Ur Dragon technically costs 1 less due to the fact it doesn't say its name. It says Ur Dragons. It's really, really dumb. I enjoy it. I've had play groups who have seen it and they just do not like it. You can keep going because you cast your commander, then you have 3 Ur Dragons on the field. It's broken. Right. But that's one of the combos you can do. Some of the auto includes that aren't dragons is like Sarkhan's Fireblood, because you get that extra mana. It's gonna help you ramp, and you get to do looting. It's pretty good. Doesn't always work, but yeah. So no, you just get like you can get the old Clawbone and you are just bam, bam, bam treasures. Like, it's nuts. I will say in this, I went up against a tax deck before using Ur Dragon. It actually worked out pretty well for me because I didn't pay anything to put that permanent, and he couldn't counter it. He gets around counters. Ur Dragon is a threat though, so it's gonna get removed pretty quick. But even then, Eminence trigger, you're not gonna really need it. You can kind of wait. So yeah, it's really, really dumb. I enjoy it, but it's just, you can use whatever you want. You got blue, you got all 5 colors. That's what makes this deck, that's what makes these dragons so special, is whatever. Like, it's just one of those, and that's why it's up so kind of high at the time of recording. I don't know the price for sure, but it's just one of those cards that's like, you can get your hands on it. You don't have to. Never say that, but it's one of those I would recommend if you wanted to do all 5 colors and you didn't want to use Tiamat. Tiamat's also cool, but again. So in conclusion, that was the list. So we got Wizard turning your grave into a treasure chest, which is just, you're gonna keep getting those dragons back. Or play the dragons, if they kill you, you get them back. Then you get that value. Acharka is your guide missiles, basically, because you're just going to get that double strike and it's just going to pound through. 5 times your dragons are going to survive. So, Tiamat, you just go search. It's a tutor. You're just going into the store and picking up what you want, pretty much. I mean, there's not much I can say. So, Miriam is a copy of deck, so like copy paste, boom, 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 boom. I'm just gonna keep copy and pasting this thing 1,000 times. One thing to note on Miriam though, you cannot copy that dragon itself. You have to find a way to trigger that. It's one of those weird, like, it has to have 2 copies kind of deal. But pretty sure people was figured out. And Ur Dragon, Reigning Supreme, pick up your favorite jam, some fast mana, and which table flinches when they see your commander. Which Firebrand Legend are you gonna be running in your commander deck? Let me know while you're down there. Hit the subscribe button for more of this. for some more nonsense Commander content every week. Till then, may your ramps be fast, your dragons be faster, and your opponents nothing but ash.